guys, Rummy here, and welcome to my playthrough of Lighthouse, the Dark Being. If you can hear thunder and lightning, it's because serendipitously it is actually storming outside. Perfect time to start. Well, this game has a special place in my heart, I guess, which is why I decided to make it the first playthrough. It was released in 1996 by Sierra Entertainment, designed by John Bok. It came out shortly after Myst. I played it when I was 8 or 9 and I loved it, but it was at a friend's house, so I never got to finish it, so I'm super stoked about playing it now without walkthroughs and finishing it. Very excited, and I thought it would be fun to bring you guys along, so yeah. Oh, and for this game you will need, being a Sierra classic and all, in the vein of classic history games, a notepad, and obviously a stylus, preferably one made out of reed, as the Egyptians used on papyrus. Good, check. An alcoholic beverage disguised as tea. And a sense of adventure. This actually isn't a sense of adventure, this is a spire, so distracting. Cool. Also, this game might be a little bit too creepy for kids. I mean, I loved it as a child, but I would really not use that as a litmus for raising your own children. Don't do that. Also, foul language is pretty much guaranteed at some point. Yeah. Okay, cool. Let's go. Baby, oh, it's looking at me. Oh. Cool, so it looks like we already have potential infanticide going on. It's really thundering, it's just fantastic. Okay, well, where are we? Nice little house got going here. Why did I click on that? Okay. Well, I guess messages. Oh, the chair out of the way.
Hello, dear. It's your mother. It seems like we never hear from you anymore. Well, don't worry. Your father and I are fine. And honey, when you get tired of living in that damp, chilly house,
the nice house,
your room at home is still waiting for you. Oh, and make sure you're taking your vitamins and using that nice umbrella Aunt Selma gave you last Christmas.
I'm not going to do any of those things.
Hello? Remember
Hello?
me? Your editor? You're not answering your calls, are you? I'm getting tired of talking to a machine. I thought you'd be home writing, but apparently you're not.
I could be at the beach writing.
I can't find out that advance until I actually see some of that story you're working on. Call me back.
I'm not going to do that either.
This is Jeremiah Crick. Something has happened. Something horrible. I have to leave immediately. I don't know how long I'll be gone. Amanda is here at the lighthouse. I don't want to leave her alone. Please come right away. If you don't hear from me soon, it will mean that I have failed. And then... Oh God, I just can't think of that now. There is no time. I have no choice. Please, you're the only one who can help me. Come now.
Cleveland, put some pants on. There's no time. Also, isn't like the worst case scenario like leaving your infant child in a building alone? I mean, alright, anyway. My journal. I have decided to get a house on the coast for the summer. Being away from the city will give me a chance to clear my head and get some work done on my story. I've been watching the papers and I'm going to look at a place next week. You are incredibly boring. The house was perfect and the rent is reasonable. I can move in at the beginning of April. There is a beautiful view, you are the worst. It has been a hectic 3 months, but I am here at last. I unloaded the trailer yesterday, and I am busy with the details of moving in. Don't fill us in with those details. I am settling into a routine. I hate you. I have met the owner of the Lighthouse. Here we go. I was walking on the beach, and I came across a man out with his baby daughter. His name is Jeremiah Crick, and he is some kind of a professor. He has purchased and renovated the Lighthouse. He seems to be a fascinating character. He has repaired the old light and sometimes runs it on stormy nights. Just a note. You probably shouldn't just light lighthouses that are not charted on maps anymore, just because, like, the ship, you could probably cause ships at sea more trouble than you will help. Just saying, don't go lighting lighthouses. My writing is progressing well, and the weather is warmer. I go to town twice a week for supplies. I saw Dr. Crick last Friday. He was with his daughter again. What a pain. As if she needs caring for or something. He calls her Mandy, but her real name is Amanda. Mandy is not a real name, guys. Let's be honest. He seemed glad to see me, but was in a hurry. He could only talk for a few minutes. It's because you're really boring. But I held Mandy while he loaded his truck with bales of wire. In this isolated place, it is good to find someone to talk to. I hope it is for you. I awoke last night to lightning and thunder. It was late, but the weather was awe-inspiring. I sat up for more than an hour and watched the storm. I think I saw St. Elmo's fire at the lighthouse. The light was on when I awoke, but went off at the peak of the storm. I saw a bluish halo around the top of the tower. It lasted a few minutes and then faded away. On my errands in town this morning, I bumped into Dr. Crick at the post office. Mandy was fussy, so we went to the diner to get her some milk. We had a good talk over coffee, which, though, when I asked about his work, he gathered up the baby and left in such a hurry he forgot to leave money for his tab. What a dick. I was happy to pay it, however, as Dr. Crick and his daughter provided the most pleasant company I've had in weeks. Sounds like it was a really hurried, awkward encounter, but okay. I am listless and uninspired. Oh. I have taken to long walks exploring tide pools and coves nearby. It is hard to believe I am uninspired in such a beautiful place. That sounds like Kylo Ren's diary. For the last week I've been unable to write, but I know the story will come. Okay, I hope it's better than that story. I assume that is where we are. What's in here? A lighter. Yes! As Aunt Selma said, I should take an umbrella. What's in here? Not important. Not important. Logical place for keys. Good job. Oh. Something's happening. Oh! St. Elmo's fire! Quick! To the Batmobile! I am not putting up my umbrella, there's no time. No, go to the car! Go to the car! Okay, so what I'm either stealing my car or I'm having an out-of-body experience. Bye. Meet you there, I guess. Good timing. It also happened to stop raining. How convenient. Let's check his mail. What's he got? Attorney at law. Uh-oh. No. I think we established there's no one there. Things. Messing up your stuff. Ah, yeah. I'm just gonna leave it that way because it's just a wild card. Ah, self-organizing finishing. Right, let's save the baby. Oh, don't worry, baby. Don't worry, I'm coming. Ah, seriously? It's too dark to save the baby, guys. Sorry. That's it. Let's go. Let's go. That's it. No, that's the end. What is in here anyway? Yep, that's done. Done. Too dark in the house. No, I'm out. No, I'm not. I don't want to quit. What? Shit. I see. Okay. No bushes. What's that? Well, can I light the lantern? That would be nice and ambient now, wouldn't it? Come on, light the lantern. Ah. Come on. Come on, baby, just wait. Just don't worry. Fuse box. I assume that's the main breaker. Did that work? Should I take a broom? Crowbar! Yes, even better. Insulation? No, not useful. Anything over here? No. Alright, let's go. Let's go. Go inside, I guess. We don't need to knock, we know. Ah, look at that, isn't that nice? Well, the baby seems happy now that the lights are on, so it's just... Okay. Open door. It's cozy. Labra. Jeremiah Crick's wife, I assume? Come on, you always take a fire poker with you. It's an excellent weapon. Or a lantern. Got any annoying messages from your mum? There. Oh. Padlock thingy. Let's check that out later. Cereal? No. What's in your fridge? Bottle. Good thinking. Why is there a chamber pot in your fridge? I'm gonna read those papers, but I'm gonna feed the baby first. No. Well, I'm glad it's a North American standard oil tank, because if it wasn't, that would just be like... Don't worry, baby, it's okay. Don't worry, baby, shh. Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh! Ah! Dastardly. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh, I didn't give it its bottle. Oh. Oh. Tidy as you go. I don't have everything in the house. I'm just gonna save it. That's my test save there. Like ordinarily, like if it was me personally, I would jump in after that baby and like crowbar the shit out of that guy. But you know, that's not. No, they're not in the right order. I bet you they're not in the right order, you guys. Let's just... Wow, just look at that smacking of tragedy. It's incredibly distracting. I just really want to jump in. I'm doing it, I'm jumping in. Oh. What? Okay. This shit's happening. Jeremiah! Jeremiah, wake up! Oh, there's something. Come on, screwdrivers and stuff. Pick them up. Keys. Oh my god, hit it with the crowbar! Hit it with the crowbar! Hit it with the...
Please insert CD number 2, then press enter to continue.
You terrible survival skills. Terrible. Like, you had plenty of notice to hit him, like, right in the face with a heavy object. But no, once again. I think I'm just going to load it from where it was and just not go in. And we'll just kill all the items from the house and stuff. Okay, guys? Right? So, jump skip here whilst they do that. Jellybeans! Oh. I apologize for the chugging. Fuck! It's terrible. Just look. Cat step 2. Oh look, that's a Goya. Francisco Goya. My portal's closed. Sorry, baby. I'm sorry, tiny baby. A thing! Hey, look guys, a thing. Get them all out of the road. Safe. I come back to that, I guess. No, don't put them back. What are you doing? Globe? No. Is that a globe of... That is not the globe of Earth. That looks like Jupiter. Little desk. Hello. It's an excellent beard, sir. Pictures. A drawer. Pencils. A tiny rocket ship. My pop had a desk like that. Well, have a look then. A puzzle box, eh? Boop. Boop. Alright, I'm just gonna like... Oh! Oh! Oh, hello. Bonk. Oh. Gotcha. Gotcha. A button! Tiny button. Look, it's just gonna explode now. Well done. Well, it's kinda self-explanatory, isn't it? Come on then. Ah, you box. Ah! A tiny key! This girl is full of keys. I don't know about this drawer, no? Sorry about the sound doing that, guys. It seems to do that sometimes. Open all the way. Right, use the crowbar on it. Yeah, just bust it open. I'm gonna go look at other stuff because there's lots of other stuff. We can come back to this guy. Alright, let's go. It's gonna just. I'll come back. Okay, I'll come. I'll 100% very shortly come back. Hey, look! Fun fact: this is Saturn Devouring His Son by Francisco Goya, and basically that's the Titan Cronus, who in ancient Greek was known as Saturn, I think. Or was it the Romans who called him Saturn and the Greeks called him Cronus? Anyway, he was like a Titan, and I know what you're thinking, Shingeki no Kyojin. That kind of inspired them a bit. But yeah, so he thought basically Saturn had like 3 or 4 sons, I think, and he was worried that they would overthrow him, so the obvious solution was to eat them. Good thinking, Saturn. And creepy story, Goya painted this on the wall of his house when he was an old man. And yeah. Also, fun fact, apparently the original painting had like a half erect penis that they like painted over it. So yeah, extra creepy. No, the shelf. Go back. Stupid. So, lots of things. A skull. No. Sailboat? No. Seashells. Why is that the thing you pick out of all of the things? What about that seashell? Tiny gems, alright. A bird. No, just leave it there. No, nothing. Decorative plates. Alright. So, have a look.
April 12, 8 a.m. In unpacking a recent shipment of books from the university, I came across an arcane work entitled The Godel Universe. Browsing through it idly, I was surprised to discover a theory about the space-time continuum that today's theoretical physicists have either forgotten or ignored. Godel's theory is based on a group of motions of Bianchi type 8, in which the invariant varieties for the motions are three-dimensional hypersurfaces containing null and time-like lines, i.e., the orthogonals to these hypersurfaces are space-like. However, the Godel universe admits a 4-parameter group in which the Bianchi type 8 is an invariant subgroup.
Interesting. From what I understand, Kurt Gödel like published a paper in like 1938 or something, called like the axiom of choice in the general continuum hypothesis or something like that. And it was like this idea that you could like combine, it was a mathematical concept and it's part of set theory, and it's like you can like focus charged particles or something to like bend your own timeline on itself so that you combine past and present into a new reality that like follows logical rules like a set should or something. If you understand it, then please tell me, because you know, I love physics, but when it gets into like the mathematical side of things, it's just kind of mangles my prefrontal cortex a bit. So like I'm totally keen to, you know, hear anything you guys might have to say about that. Anyway, let's keep going.
Thus revealing a universe both homogeneous and stationary. This stationary characteristic makes the model unsuitable for our representation of the universe as we know it. Godel's hypothesis ends there, but I think it may apply to my own research on distortions in space. If our universe may be compared to a single sheet of paper, then with the proper bending of that sheet, any 2 points in space, no matter what the linear distance between them, may be brought into proximity, enabling instantaneous travel over distances of many light years. My theory that electricity focused through a Fresnel lens would create just such a proximity point is supported by Godel's model. I will incorporate it into future calculations.
Oh, well, there you go. So it's like kind of like the physics concept of a wormhole where you like, if space is like a plane, you like fold it on itself and then they stick the pencil through the... You know what I'm talking about.
April 29, 11 p.m. I have modified the algorithm to include Gödel's theory and focus the Fresnel lens accordingly. The storm is supposed to move in sometime after midnight. I will wait up for it, though these late nights are taking their toll. Hopefully this storm will be intense and the lightning rod will attract the bolt. If the power modulation tube can withstand the initial blast of energy, it should regulate the flow through the Fresnel lens, which in turn will focus it directly into my device. Maybe this time I will get some conclusive results.
Yeah, maybe this time. Man, I just feel so bad I didn't give the stupid baby a stupid bottle. I've got everything here. Let's read these ones.
May 11, 3 p.m. Today I opened the gate and was about to begin modifications when a figure suddenly appeared on the other side. It was bipedal and roughly shaped and sized like a man, though impossibly thin with long limbs. I was startled and prepared to shut down the device, but the creature made no move toward me, just peered curiously, first at the portal and then at myself. Its eyes were small and intelligent, almost mischievous, but there was no malice in them. We stared at each other for as long as a minute. Then it turned and loped out of my view. This visitation confirms a growing suspicion that I have discovered some kind of parallel universe, for the creature is of a species not to be found upon this earth. May 19, 11 a.m. Today, the creature returned. He approached the portal cautiously, sniffed it, then reached out with a finger as black and gnarled as a burnt twig. Testing the limits of his boldness, I beckoned him to come over. In a single bound, the creature was through the portal. He crouched before me, looking like nothing so much as a giant spider. I noticed strange geometric tattoos on his chest and upper arms. I watched him carefully for the duration of his visit, but all he did was peer inquisitively at the equipment. Twice, when a particular device caught his interest, he glanced at me, as if asking a question. His behavior almost made me laugh, as his furrowed black brow and tapering fingers made me think of a monkey exploring a new cage.
Okay, so we've established Jeremiah Crick is a mad racist.
When the energy levels approached
horrible.
instability, I coughed once to get the creature's attention and pointed to the portal. Apparently understanding my meaning, he took one last look around the laboratory, then went to the portal and stepped through. I just had time to see him safely on the other side before the power supply collapsed and the lights went out.
Do you seriously not see any malice in that face at all? Look at it, it's like fucking evil. Like, look at it. Like, oh, that looks positively just amicable. Amicable, what a friendly chum. Fucking idiot. Anything hiding here? No? Yep. Yes, I know, the baby isn't there, fuck. Anything else? Alright, well, let's just pretend that. Alright, let's read these ones.
July 1st, 4 p.m. I have just returned from the other side. As on the previous test run, the portal stayed open for almost an hour, convincing me that my most recent modifications to the power modulation tube were successful. On this last trip, I extended my explorations, following the path until I came to a tall building some distance down the rocky coast. Approaching the tower, I was surprised to hear a voice call to me from a high window. I looked up to see a man waving excitedly.
Yoo-hoo.
To my surprise, I could understand his speech. He invited me to come up at once.
Oh, nice dude.
Thus, I made the acquaintance of another inhabitant in what I have come to think of as a parallel world. The eccentric old man turned out to be an inventor of strange animated contraptions.
Yeah, what
We
a crazy
sat in his
person.
workshop surrounded by mechanical odds and ends. His talk rambled from subject to subject in a disjointed manner I could not entirely follow. Several times he mentioned a dark being whom he feared
that
and
be?
warned me about in gibbered, broken words. I believe it is the creature from the beach.
No shit, Sherlock.
Much of his rambling I was unable to comprehend. As I prepared to return to the portal, he suddenly began rooting among an assortment of gadgetry. After a few moments, the inventor revealed an intricate decorative box. To my surprise, he pressed it upon me with the utmost urgency. The inventor is obviously deranged, though his inventions indicate genius as well. His strange behavior made me fear for my safety. I felt a sudden, urgent desire to return to the portal, and so, thanking him for his gift, I departed. The return to this world was uneventful, but I am troubled. Just what was the inventor trying to tell me? I have examined the box closely and have opened 2 of its inner panels, but I am unable to continue further.
I see. So you don't think the inventor was like trying to tell you that thing that looks like the fucking devil is evil? Idiot. I'll put them in my bag, it's all messy. I'll stuck them in there. Yeah. Rocket ship. Key. Toy. Anything in that drawer? Move the chair? No? But it needs something. Oh. I broke it! Oh, sorry baby. I only try not feed you, I broke your thing. Sorry. Where is it? Oh, right there. Okay. This can go in here, right? This can go in one of these things. Stick it in one of those. No, keep examining it. In there. Ah! Oh, a tiny button! Oh, it's a picture from the letter, guys. It's a picture from the letter. I think it was... Is it this letter? Nope, that's the evil thing. It looks like... I'm useless. I'm sorry. Okay. Yes.
The inventor is obviously deranged.
Shh, we know. Okay. Alright, well I might, like, speed this up a bit, because it's obviously a slightly puzzle. Seems like the funnest thing to watch in real time. Yes! Boom! Fuck you, puzzle box. Oh no, I pressed the thing. I don't know if I pressed the right one. Puzzle box. Do I have to still put this in, I think? Can I put this in? Puzzle box. I'm sorry, I pressed the circle. I should have pressed the triangle or something. Do I have to start again now? Oh, I hate you, puzzle box. Alright then. Man. I couldn't have broken it. Like, I couldn't have broken it. Like, I broke it. Or do I just go back to it and then it will talk to me again? No. No, I pissed it off. Alright then, well on that note, good people, yeah, thank you so much for watching the first episode of my playthrough of Lighthouse the Dark Being. I'm super excited to see you guys next time for what is a wonderfully nostalgic and intriguing experience for me, and a doubtless boring and convoluted experience for you. So thank you for joining me, and see you soon. Bye.